Hey, what's up? I'm Iohan. And I'm joined by...
Scotty.
All right. Can you introduce yourself in more detail? Just very quickly.
So my name is Scott Waldstein. I am the UK, or more accurately at this point, the hybrid UK and some US accounts manager at Clark Outsourcing.
All right, so just getting into the show, obviously, basically, they're sauced with these. I'll go over how hot they are later. And there's a little tap-out bottle, which, I mean, for this episode is mostly for me and not you, because you eat way spicier food than me.
Yeah, I have some experience with this bad boy.
Great.
Not a pleasant one.
That's saved for last, so we're good. So the first one, yours would be there. All right, it's basically sriracha, 2,200 on the Scoville scale, and let's eat it and get to our question.
Yep.
Oh, that one's a lot sweeter than I remember it being. So, what made you move to the Philippines and work for this specific company?
I was actually previously in sales. I was reselling rental cars. So once they go off the fleet, obviously the company wants to recuperate some of their money from the purchase of that vehicle. So what they do is they put it on essentially a used car sales lot that's still branded with the rental car company. I was trying to move into management, and some of my managers, they were all for it. In fact, they were trying to fast track me into the management training program. Unfortunately, our location manager didn't share that same sentiment, and she kind of disrupted my application. One of those managers I was working with who actually did see my value happened to know Russell and knew that this position was open. Okay. So he literally came to me one day and was just like, hey, what do you think about moving to the Philippines? And then he explained to me the position, what Clark Outsourcing was all about.
Moving on. Second sauce, it's the yellow habanero sauce. It is supposedly, peppercorn, supposedly 100,000 on the Scoville scale.
Falling on a budget.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kind of mustardy flavor.
Yeah, it's like that sour kick. Yeah. In general, because you're an account manager, do you get along with everyone? For the most part?
I would say so. To be completely honest, it was a bit of a learning curve to figure out the right way to relate to my staff here.
Okay.
And so it took a while, and it took a minute to build up the trust of some of them. But then, as time went on, I started to figure out the right way to communicate.
Okay.
And, there was a lot of staff that, going along with the Filipino culture of just being friendly and helpful, they wanted to help me assimilate a little bit.
Moving on to the next one, my least favorite of the bunch. It's the bomb. Beyond insanity.
Bomb.
135,600 on the Scoville scale, and it tastes and smells like gas. Have you tried any Filipino food? Especially like street food.
Yes, actually.
And do you like it? I mean, you can go ahead and eat
So-
yours.
So the most interesting one that I did end up liking was, Toto Bits. So the beef brain mommy, like the actual brain, like
Really?
it's there with the ridges and all.
All right. I mean, have you tried bullet?
That's where I was gonna get to next. Yes, I have tried Balut once.
Next one, Don Julio with Inferno X. This is my favorite one out of the bunch because it's barbecue. I mean, the previous one, sorry.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Smoky.
Yeah, see? If you weren't working for CL, what would you be doing?
Not being in the Philippines.
I mean, where would you be? Would you still be in the U.S.? What state would you be in?
What are you talking about? If I were to leave CO now, or if I were to never have come to CO?
If you
there
left
two
CO now.
I've made some friends here. I'd probably try to find something. I've really come to enjoy my time here, and I don't feel like I've accomplished everything that I came here to do.
Okay.
I had this whole bucket list that I set up before departing the U.S., and unfortunately the COVID situation left me at odds of my itinerary.
Do you miss anything about home being here?
Of course, I miss my friends, I miss my family. due to the COVID situation, I wasn't able to go back for my grandmother's 90th birthday. We had this whole big thing planned, and unfortunately since then she has passed. So that was very disappointing.
We totally forgot to take a bite of it. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing anymore. My lips are on fire. Look at that. Eating all of it. What a trooper. Not me.
It's starting to come down, isn't it?
Bad Dog, 357. You've tried it? 5 million Scoville? How'd you like it the first time?
They call it the last dab for a reason.
You can do the last dab. I'm not going to because I have to go home at a birthday party after this. Also, I'm drinking this milk.
I gotta work after this.
You do? Oh wait, right. It's just the start of your shift.
Indeed it is. Just a dab this time. That's enough.
Scott, I want to let you know that you being the first guest, you're setting a very high precedent here that I am definitely not going to follow.
Setting the bar high.
All right, cool. So,
cheers.
Cheers. Oh shit, you ate all of it. All right. I could already tell that was a mistake. Because a lot of Pinoys here, they actually want to go abroad or live abroad. As a person who has experienced living in the U.S. and living here in the Philippines, where would you rather live or work, here or the U.S.? And, you know, just little warning, most of the people watching this are Filipinos, so like, don't talk shit. I mean, you can if you want to, but go for it.
So, I mean, it really depends. You know, the cost of living here is much lower than the U.S. So, the buck goes a lot further out here. In that sense, it is much better to work out here because you can stretch your budget a lot.
All right.
Everybody loves getting a paycheck, spending it on their bills, and having barely enough to feed themselves until the next paycheck. I was immediately able to get out of that when I came here, and that was very refreshing. That was, you know, it was a load off my back, just knowing that I had that financial freedom immediately. Whew, God, that's coming to me now. I don't care.
Yeah, just take a shot of the milk. That's all I got.
Well,
peace out, and first guest, even did the last dab. I'm not gonna do it because my lips are on fire. Peace out.
Fantastic, with a PH.
Dude, my lips are seriously on fucking fire.
Oh God, yeah, my nose is, I just should have done that last dab. That was a little bit much. Whew.
You know you put more on that nugget than we put on the nugget. We put so
Wait, you're
little
still
on the
recording?
nugget. No, this is like the blooper thing, I'm guessing. Oh my God.